Hey there! Okay, so all those suspensions really make me sick of YouTube at this point. I didn't even have time to be glad about DPR Jones returning from his terminated account because now Brett Keane got suspended. Again. Before his suspension, he made a question video to atheists that I was going to respond to, and now that he's back with a new account, I will go on and do so. Also, the Peach tagged me to do that lip-singing to a song thing that's going on lately, and I know it's really silly, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and somehow mix it in this video. I mean, what can you do? It's Peach. I have to do what she says, right? So let's get this rolling. Where do you get your morality from? Please explain your morality. I think we construct our moral values basing them on reason, by analyzing the consequences of our actions, by thinking in the terms of what kind of world would this be if every single person was allowed to do this action. For instance, I don't think that any reasonable person would want to live in a world where, let's say, rape or murder were permissible and considered normal, something that everybody could just do. As for me, on an individual level, I apply the same logic. For example, I wouldn't like to be cheated on, so I'm not a cheater. Why do you accept evolution? Explain how you came to your conclusions. There's really not much to explain. Overwhelming evidence. What is the meaning and purpose of your life? I don't think there is an objective purpose or meaning to our existence. That doesn't mean that I live my life as if I have no meaning or no purpose, because my brain is constantly fabricating subjective purposes and meanings that feel real enough to motivate me and justify my actions. What is the greatest thing that you have done for others? I don't know. And that's because, again, we are talking about subjective reality versus what's really going on. For instance, you save somebody from being run by a car, but that person could be someone who doesn't even want to live. Someone who is in great pain and 1 month later will end up committing suicide. So while in your subjective reality you will go on thinking that the greatest thing you ever did was to save someone's life, the actual reality would be that you only prolonged someone's agony. On the other hand, you may do something that for you seems insignificant, you may even forget about it, but someone else may appreciate and remember you their entire life for what you did. So, like I said, I don't know.
Jesus bless me with its future, and I protect it with fire.
This is a funny one. Would you kill for atheism? Yeah, sure. Actually, I'm planning my next killing spree right after I finish filming this video. No, of course I would not. Why are you an atheist and consider your position valid? The idea of an intelligent, omniscient, all-knowing, all-powerful being controlling the universe to me at this point is absurd. And the idea that such a being has human-like attributes, wants to be worshipped and is very concerned with who is working on Sabbath day is beyond absurd. There is no proof for such thing and no logical reason to believe in such thing once you really start thinking about it. If you died and discovered that a god exists, what would you say to he, she, it? I would probably just tell him, oh, so you're the one who created all this mess? Cause let me tell you something, you fail. Now gangsta style. Your ass failed, fool. Emo style. I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that you failed. Preppy style. Like, dude, oh my god, you totally like failed and stuff. Gangsta style, the hardcore version. I ain't trippy, motherfucker, cause you failed, yo. What religion is the most dangerous in your eyes, today and in the past? In the past, I think Christianity wins hands down. As for today, I would have to say Islam. And that's mainly because of the Islamic countries where there is no separation between church and state. I mean, that shit is dangerous. Name 3 peaceful religions that you have no issue with. Buddhism, Wicca, I think one of their first commandments is harm none and do what you will. Oh, and of course Jainism. I mean, all those Muslims claiming that Islam is the religion of peace? That's bullcrap. The extremists of Jainism, when they go outside, they wear some kind of scarf so they don't inhale insects. The more indoctrinated and radical Jainists are, the more obsessed they become with being non-violent. How about Muslim extremists? What would it take you to believe in a god? Again, Evidence. Would the world be a better place without religion? At this point I think it would. Yeah, people will probably find other reasons to kill, persecute and discriminate each other. But you know, without a God telling them exactly who to kill, persecute and discriminate, I think they will have a harder time justifying their thinking and their actions. Besides, there would be one less powerful tool of controlling the masses. How do you feel about government/politics? If you could go back in time and kill Hitler or Stalin as babies so they wouldn't kill millions in the future, would you do it if time traveling was possible? Well, if traveling to the time where Hitler was a child was possible, I don't think I would kill him. I would probably just go to him and say,
"Yo, listen up, you little piece of shit in becoming. There is no such thing as a superior race, and if you will start killing millions of people and lead a world war and all that nasty stuff, not only you'll end up putting a bullet into your evil skull, but I will also haunt you every night in your dreams until that very day comes."
And then I will scare the shit out of him.
Boo!
And then I will give him a proper spanking.
So raise your fists and march around, just don't take what you need. Exhale and bury those committed and smother the rest in greed. Crawl with me into tomorrow, I'll drag you to your grave. I'm deep inside your children, and betray you in my name.
Why is stem cell research so important? As far as I know, the predictions are that this will improve dramatically the treatment of various human diseases, like cancer or Parkinson's disease. What would the circumstances need to be for you to approve of torture? I don't know, I don't think I would ever approve of torture. Do you approve of capital punishment? Explain. No, I don't. I do believe in rehabilitation, and unlike animals that go mad, people are educatable. And even if I know that some people just cannot be rehabilitated, I don't trust a judge or a jury or a government or any kind of institution to make that decision. Do you believe in aliens, ghosts, spirits, souls, any kind of supernatural forces? I don't believe that aliens necessarily fall into that category. I'm agnostic towards aliens. As for all the other stuff, no. Would you sacrifice yourself for a loved one, with the chance of ending up in hell for being an atheist? Yes, if I'm capable of sacrificing myself for a loved one, and I am, I will not take into account what will happen to me. That will kind of defeat the purpose. But I will admit that I may think this way because at this point for me it's just impossible to even consider the idea that there might be a hell in some kind of afterlife. Explain in detail the process of death. The shutdown of all biological functions, cardiac arrest, respiratory arrest, termination of the electric activity in the brain. Have you ever been dead? If the question was, did you ever die, I would have said no. But since the question is, have you ever been dead? And for me, being dead equals non-existence, I could say that I have been dead for 4.5 billion years before I was born. Now, before I end this video, because these flagging campaigns that have been going on are a real problem and I think we must do something about it, I will point to the sidebar to 2 videos which propose some ideas to fight this. So please take a look and spare a few minutes to try and help out. In Mandem style, you fail, fucktard. Community channel style, your mom fails.